Hi guys, it's Ibo Kwesi here. Please don't forget to keep watching Android Talks Football. And one thing, don't forget to subscribe. Love.
Minimum just in you. Cook that thing. Finished butter. Red card team. Red card FC. FC red card. FC red card. Hey, let's cook the banku. Let's cook the banku. Quick.
11 years and counting, and Barcelona are still chasing that Champions League coveted prize. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adult Talk Football. Yes, I am indeed back, and welcome. Let's cook. Today I have two. Dio. There's no Dromo Dio. Give PSG, but boy, the Dio are here. And one is tweeting, he's feeling booking hard vibes, and his mental health, the mental faculty is at stake. We called 911. Last weekend, I called 911, give Arsenal fans. So I'll call 002 for my brother here. We are shooting right after the game inside SOG Studios. Yes, my friends, and a big family we have here. Follow SOG Studios on socials and follow the ANF Club on Twitter as well. My name is Ken Ajo. I have with me Basa Man, the Pepba. Charlie, he said, Ajo, I make her go out. I thought, let me go. I don't know. This is how, you see, let me share the story with you guys. Kelly, Kwame, Jesse, have you realized that now your football watching, let's see, life is becoming boring?
Really?
You're watching it as pandits now.
Is that a make boring move?
Yeah, because you can't really show emotions too much. You have to be rather like taking notes of everything and then
Exactly.
to shoot content.
So you enjoy, now it's your job full time. You're not going to be enjoying like, okay, you are going to be, because you are thinking about what to say.
Exactly.
To impress your fan or your viewer. But let's go into the game. Let me start with you, Jesse. Watch Jesse when they scored. Guys, watch.
Go, I told you. Go. My prediction hit like go. Bro, I told him.
Jesse, see what you did. First few minutes, but 2 goes up. Will you blame coaching or in-game management for Barca Atletico coming into the game with Lukman? And second half to how Barca managed the game. Because to come to Wanda, Metropolitano, and get 2 goals, the Barca I know at least should know that Atletico can bottle this. How did you see the game? At least for the first 45 minutes.
I think Barcelona were poised to do the remontada, as they used to say. Before you can pull up something like this, you need a lot of emotional strength, aside tactics, and then Barcelona were ready to do that. You saw the edge, the hunger in their eyes from the start of the from the start of the whistle to the end of the first half. You knew that these players were willing to do it. Hansi Flick came in with a clear plan. He wanted to attack fully, and then that is what he did it. From start of the game, Lamine Yamal was creating. Ferran Torres, as I said earlier on, was going to be very instrumental for Barcelona. His space invasion, his positioning, his reading of the game, everything was good. And then the fact that Hansi Flick started 4 midfielders also gave Barcelona that control. But then I always say one thing about football. Football is sometimes about movement. When you get movement and you take your chances, you can punish your opponent and change the momentum of the game. That is exactly what Atletico Madrid did. They got a chance, they buried it, and then they changed the momentum of the game. You know, when it comes to Barcelona and the high line, you can always punish them. They took advantage of that and got some results, and then here is Barcelona.
Kelly, let me come to you. You're also going through it, Kelly. You can't even lie.
Oh, I'm okay.
And your security man is waiting. If you say fin, you go take him to come whack you for set. So, but let's the reality on the ground. What was the actual problem today? Because you guys started so well. Tactically, I think you were on point. We'll go to the defense and the red card situations. But what for you went wrong?
Our defense. The defense was the problem, nothing else. Because I don't know, our forward, like everyone did their best. Well, in the first half, I would say the defense. In the second half, the moment Rashford came into the game, That was the turning point of
No.
everything.
You guys.
I'm telling you.
Kelly.
The moment Rashford came
Kelly, you
into
guys
the
are doing this.
game, nobody is paying 30 million for that guy.
No, Kelly.
Yeah.
See,
Nobody.
Barca fans.
Man, you can't take
Why this agenda against Rashford?
You say what?
What Rashford do you guys?
You say what Rashford do?
Yes.
Bro. He
You
do
guys are not being fair to
everything.
Rashford. Okay, was Yamal in the game today, Kelly?
You say?
Was Yamal in the game
Of
today?
course. Your man played.
As that goal, what did he
Your
do?
man played. He played so much that.
So Kelly,
like,
are you guys? You guys, no, don't do this. Yamal is climbing Ballon d'Or podiums. Are we not supposed to be expecting much from him, even though now he's 19? Because the level you are climbing, you should walk that talk.
He scored a goal.
Your
He
man
scored a
scored
goal.
a goal. He did what he had to do. What did
Jesse,
Rashford do?
is
in
it
the
enough
game?
for you to
That
qualify?
few minutes he came to play, what did he do?
Why don't
The
you stress-
moment I saw that guy
Yamal is
coming,
your
I
boy.
knew
you guys,
we were not going to do
you
anything
guys
with
are
him.
putting the blame on Rashford. I don't know what.
And
It's
also,
not fair.
unnecessary red cards is costing us a lot, bro. First leg we had a red card, Kubasi. Second leg a red card, Eric Garcia. Why? You say what? That's what I say when I defense be problem. You understand? And today, bro. I've been a fan of this guy, Pedri, but today he was nowhere to be found in the game. He didn't ball today. Your man didn't actually turn up. Like, I don't know what happened. In the midfield, I'll give it to Daniel and Gavi. You get it. But I'll say it again. The reason why we lost our defense and Rashford. That guy, nobody's paying 30 million for him. It's either we renew the loan or he goes back to man. You actually need him. Carrick needs him to fit. He will fit into
You
Carrick's
guys.
system. Rashford, you forgo. You know what? You've done well. You've done your best, scoring some 1 or 2 important goals. We like you. Thank you. You're a very good player, but not for Barcelona. Understand? We have some qualities we look at. You see, Rafinha is not even a left winger, but you see how when he comes into the game. I'm not expecting you to be like Rafinha. I'm just trying to say that he relaxes so much that we need a goal. And the left flank, you come there and you didn't make any take on. Like, no take on, bro. That guy didn't do any take on. He tried one and they took the ball from him. I know we were down by a player, but your man support if I go.
Coming from you're a Man U fan. From
You
your
see-
point of view, are they being fair to this gentleman?
No, not at all. In fact, I have
You
a
won't take 30
I have
million
no. I have a message straight from Old Trafford. You see that viral video from a few months ago of the cocoa farmers. Mahama, what the yeka? Similar. United, they say Barcelona. What the yeka?
You dey joke. Can't
What
take your
you-
player.
what
Out.
time?
Can't take your player. We know you
What
like
the
him.
heck?
Can't take your
See,
player.
I feel it is.
Can you argue for Rashford what he has done right for them so far in the low spell?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Some important goals that he scored so far
which kind
in the La Liga. Last
He
week,
scored
last
three,
week,
your man
you know,
scored one.
oh, but come on. That was like what second goal.
Which kind
Without
important?
his goals, do you know how important
Oh,
he and
your
Ferran
man,
Torres-
even Araujo scored
Bro.
important goal past Rashford.
Oh, bad,
No, they
bad,
tell me that thing, bro. Your man for goal.
Bro,
Can't take him. He didn't need
Talk
goal.
to us.
Can't take him.
Bro, if you really they need to, but in fact, I'm not even going to focus on the Barcelona aspect. I'm talking about Atletico Madrid. I think I'll praise them for it because there was a bit of a change in this Atletico team. The Atletico of a few seasons ago, even last season, by now they would have collapsed and Barcelona would have run away with it. That mental fortitude, that fighting spirit that they had, that fine, you are 2-0 up. The two-goal lead has disappeared. We didn't panic. We still got the goal. Fine, you can say Barcelona, I wouldn't say allow them to, because game management was an issue. An issue that I have with Hansi Flick. Never mind as Barcelona manager. Even in Germany, that was a problem. The last game against Japan, you can watch that game. That was the reason why Germany was eliminated in the World Cup. It happened again in Inter, and it has happened again. But it's two sides of the coin. If you don't have that mental fortitude to fight and get that needed goal, you are not going to qualify. It's like buying the ticket. If you don't bet, they say, well, if you don't buy the ticket, you don't win the raffle. Yeah. It's the same thing in this instance. So I will blame, I would praise Atletico and praise Diego Simeone on that count.
Okay, but who impressed you the most from Atletico Madrid in this? The two ties.
The two ties, I would say Alvarez and Solos. Yes.
To me, I would say Koke.
Yeah, Koke's
That guy was so
maturity.
instrumental.
Koke's maturity.
Yes,
I
he
mean,
was so
top
instrumental
notch.
in this game.
And
Both legs.
And
he actually did.
the same Koke they said should have been sent off in the first
Of
leg,
course.
which I disagree.
Why would you disagree?
Come on.
was
You
a-
got the
So
red card.
Can we say most of Atletico's players are underrated? because I
It's
call.
not a narration. It's just that it was a moment they took in this tie.
No, I'm talking about in general because we seem not to like because they don't win trophies. Let somebody like Cookie one.
Okay, Koke has had his
Koke has had his own.
Loriente.
He's already at his time.
Loriente, we barely talk about Lewa. He's a solid guy. Like the coach's son, we don't talk about
Juliano,
him,
yeah.
but solid guy. So I feel like sometimes these players of Atletico, because they don't win laurels, we don't really talk about them. But
And
they
I
really
don't
give you
think it's
quality.
not because they don't want laurels. It's because I feel like some of them are being chained, quote
Don't
unquote,
forget most of these
by the
players are
haram
very
ball of
inconsistent.
Simeone.
Some of them are too.
They are very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Today they perform. The next
The
time.
next
you will
time-
see them. And let's not forget. Let's add. Let me chip in this one. Barcelona. Now Laporta is still our president. This match should be a clear. If Inter last season didn't seem to show any kind of changes, then this one should tell you that even a team in your same league in Spain has done this to you. You should know that, bro. You need changes, especially your defense.
Yeah.
Your defense and your forward, your strike. We need a striker, please. We need a striker.
A striker in Bastoni
But-
would be
but-
enough.
I don't need Bastoni in Barcelona. I am one of the people who don't support
Don't
that
need
signing.
Bastoni?
No.
You don't need Bastoni too.
No.
Why? Because they
That
stay
guy-
for the World Cup.
That guy is not a right. Like he's
Hey,
not. He's not
who
the
do you
best
need?
player to.
Because you don't have anybody. Literally.
One, he's not fast.
Who do you need? Let me know.
If you are going to maintain and flick with this highline, you need a very fast defender. You don't. Bastoni is not one.
Tosin.
So what happened between
Tosin.
Bosnia,
Senasi.
Senesi?
Yeah,
Well,
Senesi.
The pace of Senasi and Bastoni, should we compare?
I would rather even perform. I'll prefer. Sorry, I'll prefer Schlotterbeck
Yeah,
than
should go
Bastoni.
Schlotterbeck, yeah.
Bastoni has been playing to back.
Yeah, he signed a new contract.
He signed a new
You get
contract
it.
in Dortmund. It's not.
You get it. Bastoni, I am against the sign. If he comes, well,
I
names.
think it's almost a done deal.
Yeah, I
Just
know
do you agree with him, Bastoni against Bastoni?
Yeah,
And
I
why?
think what Bastoni is going to do for the Barcelona setup is going to aid us in build-up. But I think that we have a luxury of centre-backs that can give us that. Eric Garcia can give us that. Gerard Martin has stepped up and is giving us that. So what we are looking for in the back line to solve the issue of the defensive solidity of Barcelona is an experienced centre-back who is good with organization, to be able to organize these lads. Take nothing away from the defensive quality of the Barcelona side. They understand what build-up is about. They understand what playing in a system like this is about. But then they lack an experienced centre-back who is going to organize this for them. To be able to play in a high line, you need intelligence.
Exactly.
Your intelligence quotient should be very high. You guys need to be very able to coordinate. The people need to be very combative. That was what Inigo Martinez was giving us. And in his absence, we have not gotten a proper replacement for Inigo Martinez. That is what Barcelona looks to fix in the summer. They need a leader in the back line of the Barcelona setup. And then I think they can compete.
So for you, Schlotterbeck is a good call.
Yeah, I would go for Schlotterbeck if I had that opportunity.
Bastoni, they're bad.
Coming from you, Kwan, what do you mean?
I mean,
so Bastoni.
Can I suggest somebody?
Yeah, cool.
Badiashile.
You just make love.
Why not? Why not
You make
Tosin?
love with this set.
Like, what you go do?
No, but
I go give her my cat.
but in all this, I get one thing talk.
But why? Are you fan fooling them? Be
Oh,
serious.
Yeah,
that's
that's
just-
pure fan fooling.
Okay, why by that?
No, but on the real.
He's awful at defending.
Hey, we beg you.
This is Barcelona you're talking about, too.
I'm making a suggestion. You can
no,
say
don't do
yes
that.
or no.
Don't do that.
In any case, you've mentioned, we need an experienced defender. My question is simple. Sikanoing. Where is the financial leeway
Barca-
needed?
Barca is
to
okay
that-
now.
do
Barca is okay
I
now.
think
I'm not saying
I
Barcelona are broke.
Barca is okay
we need
now.
to have.
I'm not saying Barcelona is broke.
We need to have.
You
a
know the
whole show.
financial regulations that hamstring your club. That's the thing.
But bro, we
I
have
think
it now.
we need to have a whole episode to educate about the financial
Because,
situation
people
of
still don't
Barcelona.
get it.
I
I
think we
think
can do
people still don't get the Barcelona finances. We don't have money, and I think it's very wrong to say that Barcelona doesn't have money.
They do.
We need a whole entire education on that for people to really understand it. Barcelona has enough in the coffers to be able to trigger any player. There are just certain stumbling blocks that are
Yes.
causing Barcelona.
And it's
from
not even
purchasing
Barcelona, it's the league.
It's the league itself,
Spanish
registration,
Exactly.
And the registration.
Exactly.
already.
But the defense and the red card and the anti-flick, I don't
Yes.
think it will stop.
I
So
don't-
we have to have a conversation about it.
that is what I was saying. Defending is not just about the arts. sometimes intelligence also counts. You need someone who is matured enough to be able to organize. Defending good comes with certain virtues: patience, organization, a good reading of your game, anticipation, a lot of these. So personally, as scouts like me, these are certain things that we look for when we are going out to scout there. That has been the major problem of Barcelona. Playing in the high line, you should be extra careful, and that has been what has been missing from Barcelona. When you check the trajectory of goals that Barcelona has been conceding, most of them are coming from this same thing. If you're a very intelligent coach, you can easily punish Barcelona. And then coaches like Diego Simeone have capitalized on that recently.
Exactly.
And that is exactly what they've done to punish Barcelona.
Let's not also forget that if we are going to move back to the old Barcelona style, that's starting from the back with our players normally lined up, we are still going to have a problem because of the kind of defense we have, kind of defenders we have. Because if we are going to sit back like the way Real Madrid does, like their own, bro, we are going to suffer. When we meet teams like Bayern, PSG, any team that actually attacks properly, like, we are going to concede more goals.
Okay, the chase is still on for Barca to win the Champions League. So let me come to you before we move on from Barca to Liverpool. So now, what can they do from your point of view? What can they do? Because if as a flick they bring in all the materials he needs to win the Champions League and he doesn't win, I think they'll start asking for him to be sacked. I think the pressure is getting to some of the key players like Pedri, Rafinha, Yamal. They feel like they have to win the Champions League. Something Messi couldn't do. I mean, for 7 years before he even left the club. So what do you make of it?
I think they should. Another thing, we've mentioned all of it is for a part of it, but another thing is a bit of patience. It will happen eventually. When you are when you are going this close. Let me use a basketball example.
So this is quarters, right? Last year was semis.
Yes.
So
this year,
retrogression.
No.
Why?
See, you might see it as retrogression, but semi, quarter, semi. Eventually, again, I'll use the basketball example. The Boston Celtics won the NBA 2008. You know how long it took them to win it again?
But this is football.
No, I'm just.
How can you be winning other trophies and
it's
when it comes to Champions League, you want to bottle it and make excuses?
No. It's sports. I'm just saying something. Sometimes when you get so close, it will eventually click. It could be next year. It could be next year.
All the teams that have won champions in the last 4-5 years, bro. You see the squad they have. Yeah. You don't have what we have. You can't be spending 25 million wanting to go to Champions League final.
Anyways, let's move to PSG Liverpool. And others have labored, and Enrique and his boys want to share the glory. I feel like players like Thiago Silva, Zlatan, Pastore, he's a Pastore in Enzo Fernandez's Buhaha with Chelsea. That was a bar. Why you guys didn't get it?
Solid.
Pastore.
That's the one. Oh, you hear what I thought?
Of course.
You repeat that.
Javier Pastore. Pastore in the Pastore.
Hey, I said Javier Pastore. He's a Pastore in Enzo's Buhaha with Chelsea.
Oh, okay. Now I
solid one.
That's one.
Hey, anyway, so imagine these legends. They've done it all. I mean, they were being bounced out from Champions League right center, and they've won it with, kids. And out of nowhere, just let me come to you. They're in the semi-finals again. If they win them, Chelsea, useless.
I think this is a mark of a good project.
Charlie?
A project that is yielding results. Over the years, what Nasser Al-Khelaifi has been able to do.
Hey, Khelaifi. I like the Khelaifi.
Hey, bro, for Sam.
Hey. Very important, bro.
We always talk Khelaifi.
That's a Khelaifi. Hey, go.
That's it for me, my brother.
What he has been able to do with this Paris Saint-Germain squad is incredible. And then the kind of manager that is handling the squad. Eventually, the problem of Paris Saint-Germain was never the quality of squad. The problem of Paris Saint-Germain was always the cohesion of the squad. They needed a coach who is able to take away egos out of the club and then blend the club properly. And that's exactly what Luis Enrique did. He did it perfectly. And that is the result of the Paris Saint-Germain side that we are seeing. I think that it's a very interesting project yielding results from the administration and also coach working in alignment of the project at the top, which is yielding them the result. Kudos to them. The performance has never been a fluke. You could see something that is really working out for a project that has been worked out. So I think PSG is on a very, very right track.
To win it again, just
they can.
Kelly?
Why not? They can. Because I feel like, you see, when you give a coach what he wants, this is the outcome. This is how you
give him that freedom to cook.
That's one, and the product he wants. That's what you give to you. You see, we've not been fair to Hansi Flick. Let's be honest. we've not been fair to Hansi Flick. We have not been fair to Hansi Flick at all. We haven't. Because when it comes to what he wants, we haven't gotten what he wants. He's using what we have. You get me?
To give results.
Yes. The only thing I can say that since Hansi Flick came, we've done for him properly is getting a goalkeeper for him. Which I'll say it was a good bargain from Deco, and he's actually proved to us that yes, he deserves to be in the Barca goalpost. You get me? But when it comes to PSG, the project is so clear and they know what they want to do and the kind of players. You know, when they take this player out, whoever comes, it's a top-notch player. Even if he doesn't have that name, you could see that
The teamwork.
Exactly, the team
But
is
that
working.
Asian guy, what's his name?
Kang Lee.
You get it. If now that Fabian Ruiz is not getting enough playtime, who's there?
Zaire.
Zaire.
You get it. Last season, Zaire wasn't getting it. It was Fabian.
Yeah.
And this year, Fabian is not getting the and Zaire is doing it. You see that when you take Zaire out, you see another player performing. So the system is working. Coach has been giving the products that he needs. And he has to provide whatever he has to provide to win the trophies. And he's doing that. Because imagine he getting all these players and he's not providing or producing what they need. What do you think will happen? He will be sacked. You get it? It got to a point we even heard rumors that he wanted to even leave
the club.
You get it? And I'm sure they solved whatever issue internally. And that is what is yielding the results now.
Exactly.
So PSG can actually go to the final. Can actually go to the final and win.
Again and win it back
Yes,
to back.
they can. Because they are in the semis. They're just a match away.
Interesting.
2 matches away to the final. So, bro.
To Budapest. Let me come to you. Tactically, how impressed are you with what he does with Kvaratskhelia and Doué? Can you explain to us from your point of view how should people pay attention to that transitions?
You see, Kvaratskhelia, I think it's quite unfortunate that we might never see him in the World Cup and in the Euros because of the country he plays for, Georgia, they say. But then I'm really impressed with how flexible they are. Yeah. When needed, they can hug the touchline, they can cut in, they can make the play narrow. Yeah. Especially with Kvaratskhelia, he's very ambidextrous. He can cut in, he can go. Certain wingers cannot do that.
Yeah, like Rashford.
Oh, come on.
You guys are
Rashford,
Barca fans and still good.
But both first leg, second leg, I felt that, look, Liverpool had absolutely no answer. I said it in the first leg preview that Sporting Lisbon had a better chance of launching a comeback than Liverpool. And there you have it. I wasn't shaking one bit, because again, Liverpool were suffocated in the middle. And Kelly rightly mentioned the input of Zaire Emery, João Neves, and then Vitinha. Those three, no disrespect to Liverpool's midfield, but we've seen midfields of Burnley and Brentford outrunning them. So what chance they have of outrunning these three workaholics? Yeah. Zero. So it wasn't surprising at all that they were whitewashed and they were beaten and what have you. But going to your question about whether they would win the Champions League, I really don't think so. I think I said it that the winner of Real Madrid versus Bayern will win the whole thing. And I still
Bayern PSG, who are you going for? Who's winning that game?
Bayern PSG.
Can they meet in the final or semis?
Semis. If Bayern goes through semis, they are meeting.
Yeah, semis. Bayern,
it's a tie.
Bayern PSG, I'll go for Bayern. And the reason is simple. I
go for PSG because of I compare the two difference. Okay. From you compare Upamecano and Tar, you compare Pacho and Marquinhos. I want to pick the PSG defense.
Remember...
Because on the attack, I think I'll level up. I think they're at par. I don't see any difference.
Remember back in June, I know it's a different setting, but remember the Club World Championship, PSG and Bayern faced. PSG won, fine. But on the balance of play, Bayern
missed chances. I watched that game.
Really disturbed them.
Yeah.
And in a two-legged tie, I'm going to go for Bayern. At that time, they weren't fully match fit, fully sharp. This Bayern attack is so scary. And you see PSG's defensive build-up, especially when both fullbacks move forward. Are you telling me that a Marquinhos will track Luis Diaz?
That's a problem.
Interesting.
Let me come in with this.
Right,
I feel Liverpool's team, nobody should be blaming the players.
Yeah, what's happening at Liverpool, guys? This is serious.
Because they have it.
You feel like they have material?
They have the material.
Yeah, they have for that one.
They do.
So it's pure coaching.
You can't be spending this amount of money.
I think the coach will go.
I feel Arne Slot, thank you, but
It's a Xavi Alonso job. Like, it's very clear. It's
I think,
Xavi
yeah.
Alonso job. So, I was coming to Liverpool that we even wrap up. I mean, Ekitike is injured again. Now, the players are getting injured a lot. The World Cup is, fast approaching.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the quality of, the running, the EPL, all the domestic leagues, and the Champions League semis and final, we are going to have, low quality because these players want to, save themselves for the World Cup? Because now they are trying, and a very serious injury for Hugo Ekitike. And today too, Mendes too had quite a scare for the World Cup. And we are going to play this World Cup in a country where the humidity alone doesn't favor, the game.
Sure.
Problem for us?
Yeah, I for now, the leagues are almost ending. So I feel most of the players will start protecting themselves to prepare themselves for the World Cup. But my problem has always been the number of matches these players play. Those days, you barely hear injuries like ACL. You barely hear injuries like Achilles tendon. Those kind of injuries comes once in a while. And when they come, everybody used to, what kind of injury is this? Yes. But now it's become very
common. Everybody knows the meaning, the full meaning.
Due to the fatigue, due to the number of matches they are playing. And well, Ireland's UEFA president was like, if you want us to reduce the matches, then reduce the amount of money you take from us. You get it. But let's not look at that. Let's look at the quality that these players need to produce for us. You know, there are actually some players that cannot actually play all this number of games and give us the best of what. Someone like Pedri, as I said, he's been playing so many games this season. And you get it. It was so clear he was already tired coming to this game. You get it. So this kind of stress going through, and then the kind of matches we play, the intensiveness in this kind of games will actually cause so many problems for when it comes to injury. Okay. And sorry to we wish him speedy recovery.
Yeah, I think he'll be out for so many months, crazy. Yeah. Let's wrap up with you, Jesse. Let's talk to our Liverpool faithfuls. How do they solve this problem, and who will recommend that they come in to replace Slot? Because their season is literally over. I think they make top 4 or top 5, and that's it for them.
I think when it gets to a point in the season and you keep losing and losing, you want to try so many other things, and that is what Ancelotti is trying. Against Manchester City, I saw something that he did. Currently, he wants to mark the attackers that he wants to play with and then make Gravenberch also draw deep. So what happens with Liverpool is that usually they have so many numbers deep, and then when they get the opportunity to progress the ball in attack, they don't have that numerical advantage because they have just a few numbers in attack. That is one of the major problems that is worrying Liverpool. I think that they have the squad, they have the arsenal. They just need a very, very good tacticians and a bit of patience to be able to bring the squad together and get some results for them. I think that Xabi Alonso can do the job.
Yeah.
Barring the fact that Madrid is very big and then you don't get that opportunity, that space to be able to develop. Yeah. I think that Liverpool are going to give him that opportunity, that room to be able to gel with the squad and develop. Because when you're talking about tacticians with the tactical acumen, I really, really rate him. I think he can do the job for Liverpool.
They did same with
we beg. Slot should not go anywhere. He not for go anywhere.
Why you not for going?
No, but see, all the mitigating factors that are affecting Liverpool. Injuries, you know the number of injuries they have.
They list them for us. Keep players.
See, the usual starting 11. When was the last time you saw all of them play together from Alisson to?
But they are still
when
back.
they are unavailable, what tactical pride does he show to?
Isak was the whole season. Isak was injured for how long?
No one
3 or 4 months. Right now, Alisson is injured. With Conor Bradley out, Kweku Frimpong, Jeremy Frimpong spent some time injured. Keke spent some time injured.
The keeper who is in their goalpost now is equally good. Mama Shabili.
Oh, come on.
But do you like the approach he moves with Liverpool? That's the big question for Liverpool fans.
No.
So he has to go.
No, but come on. I don't. This is unbiased. I don't think so. Be patient with him. Okay. He won you the league last season, and out of nowhere you want to sack him. Why?
All right, that's a fair point. So guys, do want to subscribe. The Champions League review has been cooked. Thank you. We'll see you. We're out.